Hello, I am Liam McNeil, and this is the beginning of a 10-part series, my top 10 favorite movies from position 10 to position 1, all in anticipation for the upcoming Dark Knight Rises. So, here we go. In my reviews, there is something you need to know. There are 5 things I find crucial about movies. Not the background of movies, like the crew and stuff, but I'm talking about like the movie itself, okay? So, stick with me. 1. The characters. How much do we know of them? How do they act? What are their characteristics? What are their habits? 2. Music. Does it flow? Is it creative? Is it emotional? Does it grab you? Does it pull your mind away from whatever's going on over here and put you into the movie? 3. Dialogue. Is it creative? Is it quotable? Is it thoughtful and realistic? Is it what these people would say in this situation? 4. Acting. Is it well done? Is it realistic? Do they break character every once in a while? 5. The whole thing that encompasses everything of the movie. The story. The story is what holds everything together. It's what draws the music, the characters, the dialogue, and the acting. It is what surrounds everything. It is the basis. Is it plausible? Does it work with the story? Does the story grab your attention? Those are the 5 things I find crucial about movies. And movies will be judged based upon this. Stars are based on the quality of the movie, not how much I liked it, but the quality of it. For example, you may find number 10 on the list may have more stars than number 7. It's based on the quality, not how much I like it. Position 10 on my top 10 list, Big Fish. Directed by Tim Burton, music done by Danny Elfman, who has stuck with Tim Burton through many of his movies, screenplay written by John August, based on a book by Daniel Wallace, which I read. Starting off, let's start with the characters. Edward Bloom, younger one, played by Ewan McGregor, older, played by Albert Finney. William Bloom, played by Billy Crudup. William Bloom's wife, which I can't remember the name of right now, played by Marion Cotillard. And Danny DeVito plays a circus manager. Extremely well, and stick to their character, and they're so amazing. But Edward Bloom, the younger him and the older him, they're a lot different. That's one flaw I had about this. I just couldn't get past that, because older him seemed more agitated. Younger him was calm and collected through everything. The music. Danny Elfman did a great job with this, especially as the song played at the very end. It just kind of a bittersweet feeling to it, just magnificent. It just basically the ending of the movie made it for me. It was just had such feeling to it, almost made you want to cry. It was great. It was very creative. At moments it was kind of like jumping, kind of like dun dun dun, kind of like that, and at moments it was just kind of like smooth and flowing. It was great. I loved it. Danny Elfman is my second favorite soundtrack musician. Second to Hans Zimmer. Dialogue, incredible. Narration in the movie was done by Albert Finney and Ewan McGregor, and they both did a great job. The dialogue by the characters themselves in person was well done, so well done. It was just, they kind of had a southern accent sometimes, and it was just so well done. And Carl's voice was, wow, that's actually how he talks in real life. Sadly, well, talked, he's dead. The dialogue for the storytelling, it led us through everything. Didn't miss out on anything. It just was great. Acting, it was very well done. I didn't see anyone break character. I didn't see anyone in the background like smiling at a joke that they shouldn't be smiling at as that character. I've seen that in many movies. It just ruins it. It was very well done. It was just older Edward Bloom, he was fantastic. I mean, the way his voice was, although it was entirely different from the younger Edward Bloom, which I still have a problem with, but it was still incredible. Robert Finney did a great job on him. And with this movie, you can't really mess up on the acting because everything is supposed to be exaggerative. So, especially Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi? He was such a funny character. How, like, in this dance scene, Steve Buscemi is in the background while they're spinning in circles, and he's just dancing along, smiling, and just following them. And it was just so funny. Great acting. 5. The story. The story was incredible. It was just, it flowed. It was so exaggerative at times. It wasn't really Tim Burton's style. Other than the stories, it wasn't Tim Burton's style. His style is more like outlandish, which the stories were, but outside of that, it was more of the emotional type, and that just didn't seem Tim Burtonish to me. But it was still brilliant. The stories were easy to follow, very easy to follow. And although it was easy to follow, I still valued it highly, because it was just such an emotional story. It was such a good relationship between the father and the son. How I suppose many feel, from what I've heard, many feel, and such a relationship between the father and the son. The story just so good. It had brief little scenes in between the stories to show what was going on presently with his father's death, and how William Bloom kept trying to talk to Edward, his dad, to try to get the truth of the stories. And Edward Bloom was so evasive from that. I love the story overall. Now, the stars. Based on quality, based on the story, based on the music and everything, it was so well done. I rate this 8 stars out of 10. So, tell me, what did you think? How was it? Did you like it? Was it not cool? Was it fun? Was it not fun? Was it moderate? What do you think? Tell me below, and tomorrow, yes, tomorrow, not next week, tomorrow, we will be reviewing The King's Speech, which is number 9 on my top 10. And, which is also brilliant. So, thank you for watching, and check in tomorrow for The King's Speech. A goodbye, and a farewell. Be well, live well, have fun.